This movie was very bad, to say the least. So, there are some positives that I guess I'll talk about before I completely shit on another terrible werewolf movie. The werewolf costumes are very good. Unfortunately, I can't show it since the name is very lazy, so it'll just show a bunch of other werewolf movies. So you'll just have to guess from this poster that it looks good, but it does not do it justice. Second, they don't do the typical shit that horror movies do with, having a bunch of characters that don't believe werewolves exist, blah, 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 blah. Because this movie states that, a lot of the town he's in were basically all werewolves, besides some of them that have left. Others are, purebred and were born it. Others were bit. Okay, that's all the positives. Two things. um, we get to find out that he can't really control himself when he turns into a werewolf. He states it himself. I mean, he finds out later he didn't actually kill his parents. It was someone else. But we see that he can't control himself, and he says he can't control himself when he stops these two douchebags attacking this woman. But throughout the movie, he's able to control himself when he's in the werewolf form perfectly fine. They never have a stupid flashback 3 months later or years later or something. He's just able to control himself now. Makes zero sense, but that's how it happens, I guess. Jason Momoa plays a rapist werewolf for most of the movie, and then right before he dies, they're like, oh yeah, he didn't actually rape her, he was just saying that because he thought that would fix the problem. Because apparently the dad was gonna kill her, threatened to kill her for being pregnant or whatever. So he was like, oh yeah, I raped her. So she wouldn't get in trouble or something. And then she got taken away from him and she committed suicide. It's a very convoluted, stupid story that I don't care about because this movie sucks. But hey, at least he didn't rape someone. But throughout the whole movie, they won't even say the word rape. They just say taken by force. It's so weird. Then we find out that this dude named Joe, that helped him find the dude in the first place, set this all up. And he actually killed his parents. So we get this Guardians of the Galaxy 2 moment. When Star-Lord finds out that, I won't spoil it. But it's like that moment. It's a lot like that moment. And then they get in a big fight. He turns into a werewolf. He turns out of a werewolf. Blah, blah, blah. They do that a lot in this movie. People turn into werewolves. They'll go out of their form and then they'll go back in it. It's very weird. They also have, very weird things, how they heal. This one dude straight up gets healed by having sex. Earlier in the movie, he turns into a werewolf while having sex with his girlfriend or whatever. And then, later in the movie, he gets, really injured, so he keeps trying to turn into a werewolf to heal himself or whatever. So she just has sex with him to heal him. It's so weird. And that's halfway through the movie, but then later, not even that long, a few minutes later, he goes after them to try and fight them or whatever, and he's perfectly able to control himself. He even states the fact that he wasn't trying to kill them, he was just trying, hurt them. So he was clearly in control if he wasn't trying to kill them. It's such a dumb, stupid, bizarre movie. But the costumes do look pretty great for, the three werewolves in this movie. The rest of them are just people pretending to be werewolves because they're like bitten. And Jason Momoa, I guess, describes it best in the movie. They're mutts, not purebred. And now that I've talked about most things I want to talk about one line that I thought was so stupid. There's been worse lines in movies and TV shows, but this line is still very stupid. Joe's talking to him, and he got like shot in the shoulder or something by Joe. And, well, he goes, "Have you ever been shot in the shoulder? It's like being kicked in the jimmy, except you're shot in the shoulder." It's so stupid. I don't like this movie. It's pretty bad.